Unfortunately, my speech is not as funny as Sean's. It's not going to be as funny as his. But it comes from my heart, and it comes from knowing Nikki for a long, long time. So I just want to start with saying good evening, and it is my privilege to be here speaking to all of you as we celebrate Nikki's graduation today. Today marks a milestone, a day that was looked forward to many times, and a day that will be remembered for many times to come. It's a day to reflect and meditate on the goodness of God and His tender mercies and His blessings throughout these years since Nikki graduated high school. And that seems like so long ago, but it also seems like it was just yesterday. And I could talk about knowing Nikki for almost my whole life, but that would require time that we don't have. So I will speak on these past almost 4 years of her college career and how she has grown so beautifully through every challenge she has faced. The road to where she is now has not been easy, but God was with her every step of the way, and in ways that may have not been so evident at first. I remember when she got her first biology test back in freshman year, and the grade wasn't what she wanted, but she didn't let that discouragement define her path or her goals. From then on, she worked to change her study habits, and her priorities shifted, and she made getting into medical school her goal. And that has been her focus, and she has been completely devoted ever since. And I also remember living with her. We had the chance to do that, living with her in our own apartment during college. And she was working as a medical scribe while also studying for a couple of semesters. And I remember her coming home late to the apartment from her shift, and sometimes she would face car problems, and she would have to complete her classwork or study for the test the next day. And in the middle of everything, she would always find time for God. She prioritized her Bible study so much, and she made that personal time with God of great importance to her. And on top of this, she has become a leader for small groups in her church. I remember her opening up to me about wanting to see a revival in her church. She has so much concern for the youth in her church, and she has made that also her priority with everything else going on. And while all this was happening, she was preparing for medical school and her exam. She studied with such discipline for her MCAT, setting boundaries and priorities and sacrificing her time to sit and study and rework through the practice problems and flashcards again and again. And even when she faced setbacks in the process, she took that urge to give up and instead gave her worries to God and learned to trust in His plan and His perfect timing. And we see that His timing is always perfect, and that is very clear today. Nikki, through every difficult situation you faced through these years, you've come out stronger each time, and you've approached everything with such tenacity, and through that you've become a living testimony of what God has done in your life. You've made God the center of your life, surrendering every tear and doubt into His hands, and He has raised you up. And He simultaneously moved the mountains and also set her on top of those mountains. And that's why we celebrate today, for His goodness and His mercies and His everlasting love for His children. In Isaiah 41 verse 10 it says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." We praise God for the ways He's been using you and molding you for His kingdom. I am so very proud of you and the places that you'll go and the person that you will be. And the path ahead will probably not be easy, but it'll come with its own set of challenges. But when you face those challenges, I want you to remember all the people here. I want you to remember this day, and to know that you have so many people that love you and that support you and that are praying for you, and that you can find that strength to carry on and fulfill God's plan in your life. And I just want to say I love you very much, and congratulations again.